Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we'll be taking a look at the 10 best fighting games based on anime. Do note that we aren't talking about games with anime art styles like Guilty Gear, Blaze Blue, or Under Night In-Birth. We are literally talking about fighting games based on anime. Before we begin, we publish new videos all week long, so be sure to subscribe to MojoPlays and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. Tatsunoko vs. Capcom Ultimate All-Stars. It's a real shame that Tatsunoko Productions hasn't gotten a ton of attention from Western audiences, as there are some really cool IPs in the company's possession. Tatsunoko vs. Capcom was a somewhat bold attempt at trying to bring them to mainstream audiences, and what better way to do so than through the then increasingly popular Nintendo Wii. From the colorful cast to the beautiful graphics to the intuitive controls, Tatsunoko vs. Capcom was one of those rare gems on the Wii that sadly fell under the radar for so many folks. Who knows, maybe in another timeline this game would have gained enough traction to propel us into new shows, movies, and games for, Science Ninja Team Gatchaman, Yatterman, or even Hurricane Polymar. Everyone still enjoying the saturated world of Marvel though? Digimon Rumble Arena. Prior to this game, Digimon had only attempted to capture Pokemon fans with its own line of RPGs, most notably the poorly received Digimon World games. Critics were a little more forgiving towards Digimon Rumble Arena, though not by much. While they were busy complaining about the game being a clone of Smash Bros., we were having fun with its own spin on the formula. There was a lot of fun in fighting each other and trying to digivolve into more powerful forms mid-game. It was dumb fun, but sometimes that's the best kind of fun. And the meaty roster of 24 characters amplified that in a lot of ways. Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 2. Of the Budokai games, Budokai Tenkaichi 2 will forever be the best in that series. It had everything a DBZ fan could ever want. A retelling of the entire DBZ story, a massive roster of more than 100 characters composed of almost every single character from the show, what-if scenarios that actually explored interesting ideas. It literally had everything, even hair for Krillin. And to this day, the cel-shaded visuals still hold up tremendously well. Really, this game hasn't aged a day in its graphics, nor its controls. It is that immaculate. Naruto Clash of Ninja Revolution 3.
Begin!
Ninja Revolution 3 is to Naruto as Budokai Tenkaichi 2 is to DBZ. Of the classic Naruto games, this is the one every diehard fan needs to play, and it's for a lot of the same reasons why DBZ fans should play Budokai Tenkaichi 2. It's got a beautiful and epic retelling of the Kazekage rescue arc. It's got a huge roster of more than 40 characters from the show up to this point. On top of that, it introduced a fun assist mechanic to make fights feel more like group efforts instead of just one-on-one duels. We only wish this one was at least ported forward to modern hardware, but one title kind of trumps this classic. We'll get to it in a little bit.
Mission succeeded! Winner!
I'm not gonna stop until I become Hokage!
Victorious Boxers, Ippo's Road to Glory. Much like the heroes from Tatsunoko, Victorious Boxers rarely ever seems to be given the time of day by anybody who isn't a hardcore anime or manga fan. Well, if you live outside of Japan anyway. Ippo's Road to Glory plays a lot like other boxing games you might be familiar with, such as EA's Fight Night series or the classic Ready to Rumble games. Much of the gameplay retains the rules of real-life boxing while telling the captivating story of Hajime no Ippo. So if you're a fan of boxing sims and have been wanting to dive into a new anime, Ippo's Road to Glory is an excellent choice and may turn you into a fan of this somewhat obscure story. Galactic Wrestling, featuring Ultimate Muscle.
Who needs the Kaniku Buster? You think that's my only move? Listen, I got more moves than any of you pile-driving wussies put together. There's the bell!
Now, if you want an anime fighting game that leans way more towards the arcadey side, Galactic Wrestling is perfect for you. With a cast of nearly 50 playable wrestlers, you and up to 3 of your friends can pull off ridiculous wrestling moves and stunts with some of the wildest personalities imaginable. On the surface, this looks like it's similar to the classic WWE games from the 90s and early 2000s, but there are some other touches that help the game stand out, such as rope physics that let you throw rivals around and clothesline them, or even ropes made of pure electricity. The only gripe you might have with this gem is that the commentary can get obnoxiously repetitive. Other than that, highly recommend checking this out if you ever get the chance.
And it's all over with! Wow! What a mind-blowing match! What a backbreaker bout! What a wonderful win!
One Piece Grand Adventure.
Fight!
Blasting Cactus Blasting Cactus
There have been many One Piece fighting games and fighting games featuring One Piece characters, yet the seemingly endless ocean can't seem to triumph over Grand Adventure. This was the sequel to 2005's One Piece Grand Battle, and admittedly, it doesn't change a ton in the gameplay. However, Grand Adventure excels by adding more characters, more levels, and a bunch of different game modes. Just by expanding on the predecessor, the sequel managed to boast a ton more replayability in this regard, and that's something few sequels ever seem to do in this modern era of gaming.
I'm up!
Victory sweet!
Win!
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Capcom belted out a ton of excellent fighting games in the 90s, and the Street Fighter III team was responsible for this classic. In a time where licensed games were kind of lazy cash grab opportunities, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure stuck out because of how faithful it was to the source material. The stills and sprite animation were highly detailed in the way characters moved. The integration of stands matched the look and feel we got from watching the use of spirit guardians in the anime. It was essentially a massive love letter to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and the way fights ended with the classic to be continued arrow was just icing on the cake. Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. Yes, this is the Naruto game we were hinting at earlier. Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 is simply the best Naruto game ever made for a number of reasons. First off, the story of the Fourth Great Ninja War is brilliantly written and throws several twists that are really well fleshed out. It may be short, but it's a story that will follow you after you finish it. Second, the sheer number of playable characters is almost overwhelming, even without the Road to Boruto DLC. And above all, it properly incorporated proper tag mechanics that previous Naruto games would ever commit to. It was like all those years of Clash of Ninja and Ninja Revolution and the previous Ninja Storm games finally led up to this ultimate moment. Dragon Ball FighterZ. Come on, you know this was an obvious choice for this list. We'll forever cherish the crap out of the Budokai games, but after Arc System Works developed FighterZ, this isn't just the greatest Dragon Ball game ever made, it's the greatest video game based on an anime ever made. From the character animation to the way Dragon Balls were incorporated as a core mechanic, Fighters was clever in concepts and executed on its ideas flawlessly. Sure, it's a little annoying seeing how many versions of Goku and Vegeta make up the roster, but overall, this game captured the spirit and adrenaline Dragon Ball has long been known for. So whether you're casual or hardcore, anybody who even has a mild appreciation for this IP should pick up Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Hey, you held back to be mean.
You've got more in you than this, don't you, 16?
What's your favorite fighting game based on an anime? Did it make our list? Let us know down in the comments, and be sure to subscribe to MojoPlays for more great videos every day.